Welcome to my YouTube channel, Bike Updater. Grab a coffee, settle into your favorite chair, and let's dig deep into what makes the 2025 Royal Enfield Continental GT 650 such an irresistible modern classic café racer. Over the next 2,500-word journey, I'll take you from the bike's nostalgic soul right down to the last bolt. So, by the time we wrap up, you'll know whether this machine deserves pride of place in your garage or, at least, a starring role. In your daydreams, picture the GT 650 idling outside a vintage diner at dawn. Its elongated 12.5-liter teardrop tank now comes in lustrous Apex Gray, British Racing Green, Rocker Red, Slipstream Blue, and two stealthy blackout trims that swap every shine of chrome for a deep graphite powder coat. Those darker finishes, introduced with the 2025 refresh, amplify the Café Racer silhouette and tie in beautifully with the new cast alloy wheels, lighter than the old spokes, easier to clean, and finally tubeless, so punctures are a roadside patch and go rather than a full wheel swap. Let's walk around the front. The classic round headlamp frame now nests a powerful LED projector that throws a wider beam for nighttime rides without sacrificing period looks. Below it hangs the familiar 41mm fork, but owners who crave sharper turn-in can pop in Royal Enfield's own Showa-built USD fork kitsune on the bare 650 concept, which bolts straight on, drops unsprung mass, and bumps travel by 20mm for more confident cornering on rough back roads. Clip-ons remain low, but the bar-end mirrors are wider this year. Easing lane split visibility, swing a leg over the scooped seat, and you feel the 820mm height cradling you in a subtly redesigned pad. Thicker lumbar foam relieves pressure on long hauls, while the retro cowl still completes that 1960s club racer vibe. Royal Enfield's engineers angled the rear set pegs 2 degrees lower after feedback about knee strain, so 6-footers no longer need yoga flexibility to tuck in. Moreover, the bike's revised triangle lines up better for riders switching from an Interceptor 650, making the ergonomics more approachable. Thumb the starter, and the proven 648cc air oil-cooled, parallel twin barks to life with its trademark loping burble. Power is unchanged at 47 horsepower at 7,150 revolutions per minute. Torque, a chunky 52 Newton-meters at 5,250 revolutions per minute, but a retuned ECU map now fattens the mid-range by 2% small on paper. Huge when you're rolling on in third to slingshot past crawling cars. The throttle feels silkier thanks to crisper ride-by-wire calibration and revised injectors sip fuel with monk-like restraint. Royal Enfield still quotes around 63 mpg US in mixed riding, meaning 300 kilometers. Tanks are genuinely achievable if you resist full-throttle temptation out on the freeway. 110 kilometers per hour equates to a relaxed 4,000 revolutions per minute. In sixth, the engine's counterbalancer and rubber-mounted bars keeping buzz to a background hum. Drop to fifth, whack it open, and the twins' distinctive 270-degree crank pulse surges the bike ahead with a roarty exhaust note that, frankly, no inline for under 700cc can match for character. The close ratio gearbox remains slick, and the slip assist clutch is featherlight. One-finger action even in city stop and go. Handling has always been the Continental GT's calling card within the Royal Enfield family, and 2025 pushes the envelope. The double cradle frame stays, but a new cross brace stiffens the swing arm pivot for sharper steering feedback. Steering geometry is still forgiving 24.5 rake. 106mm trail yet. The bike feels decisively more planted mid-corner, especially once you fit grippier radial tires made possible by those tubeless wheel rims. Brakes have evolved too. Twin-piston Bibrew calipers bite 320mm, floating rotors up front, backed by a 240mm disc out back. But the revised Bosch dual-channel ABS algorithm now tailors pressure based on lean angle inputs from an IMU. It's not full cornering ABS like you'll find on leader-class superbikes, yet it gives notable extra confidence when trail braking into a downhill hairpin on damp. Tarmac.tech touches seldom steal the limelight on retro rides, yet the GT 650 quietly sprinkles in Conveniences that make modern life easier. A reshaped twin-dial cluster keeps the beloved analog speedometer and tach, but now embeds a small color TFT inset at the Bashur gateway to turn-by-turn tripper navigation. Ride stats and Bluetooth-delivered call alerts. A fast charge, USB-C port now sits beneath the left switchgear. Route your phone cable neatly under the tank strap, and your device stays topped up during weekend tours. Safety got a bump too. Dual-channel ABS was already standard. But traction assist now watches rear wheels slip under hard acceleration on gravel laybys, while an improved side-stand cutout cancels embarrassing stall end-drop moments outside cafes. A new CRUISE control option activated via a discrete bar end toggle holds highway speed nicely, not something you'd expect on a middleweight retro, but a boon for cross-county hops. Speaking of journeys, the revised seat foam, extra wide, foot rubber, and subtle handlebar damping have almost banished the old complaints of palm tingle and tailbone fatigue. I logged 400 kilometers in a single day for this review, hopping among coastal B roads and highland twisties, and stepped off the bike, aching only for more throttle time. Let's talk customization, because the GT650 shares its twin platform with the Interceptor and upcoming Bear 650 Scrambler. Aftermarket support is exploding. Performance pipes, CNC re-arsets, waterproof panniers, and plug-and-play ECU flashes now arrive from the factory's own genuine motorcycle accessories catalog. There's even a track spec lens shock bundle that slots straight in without frame mods. Enthusiasts finally have a blank canvas that doesn't void warranty the minute you pick up a spanner. How does the Continental GT stack up against rivals? Kawasaki's W800 looks gorgeous but costs thousands more and musters less. Poke, Triumph's new Speed 400 is cheaper and lighter, yet lacks the nostalgic twin-cylinder thrum and long-distance stability. Within Royal Enfield's stable, the Interceptor offers a relaxed, upright posture. But if you crave dispatch rider, swagger, and apex hunger, the GT650's café stance is the ticket. Most importantly, no other bike in this price bracket offers the same trifecta of accessible torque, authentic heritage, and global dealer footprint. Pricing remains a sweet surprise. In the US, the 2025 GT650 starts at around $6,349 before destination, climbing a bit for the special blackout editions. RoyalEnfield.com South Asian markets see similar value wins, with on-road pricing undercutting imported competition by a healthy margin. Service intervals remain every 10,000 kilometers, and parts availability has improved dramatically now that Royal Enfield's Thai CKD plant supplements Chennai production for global demand. Of course, no machine is perfect. At 214 kilograms wet, the bike isn't feather light. Quickshifter fans will bemoan its absence. And while wind blast at 120 kilometers per hour is authentic, taller riders may want an accessory fly screen for sustained highway endurance. Yet these niggles seem trivial weighed against the GT's visceral appeal. After 2,000 kilometers of mixed riding, I'm convinced the 2025 Continental GT650 isn't merely a cosmetic refresh, it's a thoughtfully evolved cafe racer that now marries period charm with daily ride functionality. It captures the spirit of the rockers without trapping you in their maintenance nightmares. From dawn commutes to weekend canyon hunts and late-night boulevard cruises, this bike does it all while making you feel like the protagonist in your own black-and-white racing film. So will it earn a slot in your garage? Only a test ride can answer that, but if your heart beats faster at the words Brit Cafe culture, if you crave torque you can actually exploit on real roads, and if you want an ownership cost that leaves room in the budget for new gloves and road trip tacos, the 2025 Continental GT650 deserves to top your SHORT list. Now, before you clip your helmet on and charge off to your nearest dealership, let's wrap up. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this deep dive review. If you found value in these real-world insights, smash that like button. It really helps more riders discover Bike Updater. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss our next two-wheeled adventure. Got questions about the GT Lil Will Lean, cafe racer culture, or mods? Drop them in the comments and I promise to answer every single one. Share this video with any friend pondering their next motorcycle, and together we'll fuel the community. Until next time, ride safe, ride often, and keep the throttle pinned on life. This is Sherry from Bike Updater, signing off. See you in the next ride review.